Are many morning programs at the Multi-Service Center here in Hoboken. So if necessary, we will try and make an afternoon Art with Liz class. So not to worry, we're going to try and cover all the bases so we don't miss Art with Liz. Any questions about that? Diane?
Yes. Pardon me, where would the other center be?
The Multi-Service Center, Diane, is on 2nd and Grand Street here in Hoboken.
That's quite a trip. That would only be for one session or?
No, we will not be moving this class. It will still be here. But many of the people in this class take other classes at the other location. And I'm reassuring folks that we won't conflict with those morning classes should we have to move this class, move the time of this class.
So for now, it's still Wednesdays at 10.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. Any other questions about that? All right. So folks at home, I don't know if you heard that, Susan. I'm just going to repeat it quickly again. Okay. I thought that next week's class was going to be canceled or postponed, but that is not going to take place. Oh, okay. Not to worry. Mm-hmm. All right, good. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Art with Liz here at the beautiful Hoboken Library. And I'm going to begin, as always, with a major thank you to the Hoboken Library for allowing us to have these hybrid classes. I don't know of anywhere on the face of the earth that allows you to have free art classes in the privacy of and comfort of your own home studio and here at the easily accessible Hoboken Library. We are in the month of January 2025, and I have been creating a theme of hope because most people in the month of January are trying to be hopeful and are setting goals for a new beginning in this first month of the new year. So I've been choosing visual artists who are hopeful about the future, who are new and cutting edge, and are looking at the world in new and different ways. And today I've chosen an artist who is very, very, very cutting edge. He's so far on the edge that he's challenging, even for me to understand. So I'm looking to you folks out in the audience, whether you're here or at home, to kind of help me to grasp what his whole concept is about. I love his work. I appreciate him as a person. I respect his point of view and his skills and his ideas. And what I like best about him is he's a man of many talents. He's what we used to call a Renaissance man. He is a dancer, a choreographer, a company director, a visual artist, a writer, and a conceptualist. Thank you so much, Alina. Oh my gosh. Not to interrupt or interject or get off track, but Alina just gifted me with 2 porcelain dolls. They're wonderful, Alina. Thank you. For those of you who know anything about me, I'm a big doll collector. I crazy love dolls. I'm sorry.
She gave it to me that the guy in the hands of somebody that loves them. And he says she has to select from 10 more. So maybe more on the way.
Wow. All right, thank you. I'll show you later. Thank you, Eileen. All right, so our artist for today is named Ralph Lemon. He was born August 1st, 1952 in Cincinnati, Ohio. And he was raised in a religious environment where he developed at an early age, and we've heard this often about artists. He developed his artistic creativity as a young child at an early age. And he used painting as a source of expression when he was young. And as he started developing and growing, he discovered dance as a source of expression. And through dance, he utilized movement. Susie, you're going to love this guy. He utilized movement as a physical expression. Let's start looking at some of his work. Folks at home, can I have a thumbs up if you can see the slideshow, please? Okay, good. Good morning, John. Welcome. Take a seat. He's had many, many awards, and he is an educator. He began his teaching career in literature and theater arts at the University of Minnesota. And when he graduated in 1975, he began training with Nancy Hauser, who is a dancer, and she asked Lemon to join her company. But before he did that, he started his own company called Mixed Blood Theater Company in 1976 in Minneapolis. Now, the slideshow is just going to show you his visual work. He is primarily a painter and a collage artist. I really, 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 really like this image. I'm not sure if all of his visual work is inspired by movement, but this picture for me shows a lot of movement. Things are jumping from place to place, and my eye is inspired to move by the color. That very vibrant, hot pink. Christy, welcome. Thank you for coming out on this cold, cold day. My eye is being forced from place to place, mainly by that hot pink and the yellow and the orange. And I'm liking visually jumping around. Eileen, you're shaking your head too. You like that?
It's a lot of geometry, squares more than triangles.
Right. And then he's overlaid the geometric shapes with the more organic, almost flower-like shapes. I find that very interesting too. It's created an interesting contrasting dynamic. I like the mosaic quality of the background as well. Almost tile-like. He eventually moved to New York, where he met and danced with Meredith Monk and her company. I'm proud to say that once I participated in a Meredith Monk performance at Douglas College when I was very, very young and a student. And she was an experimental dancer artist as well. And modern dance. Yes, Meredith Monk was a modern dance proponent. And then she left her company in 1985, formed the Ralph Lemon Dance Company, and then he started working with other renowned dancers like Alvin Ailey. He also worked with the Geneva Opera Ballet, the Jacob's Pillow Dance Ensemble, and the Lyon Opera Ballet. At the moment, he's known more as a dancer slash installation performance artist. So, good question, Heather. Just a great segue into the rest of my talk. So, he is now trying to meld his love for dance. He's trying to blend his love for dance with the visual component of his life. And he's created lots of videos and what we call installations, which are a combination of him and the members of his dance company doing dance performances along with projected images that go together, as well as having artworks and sculptures that are either danced with, danced in, or danced next to. Make sense? Okay. So this is another one of his painted images. He does often do works about the African American experience and identity. He started a 10-year trilogy, which is a whole story series that uses choreography to present. This trilogy presents social and political issues, and it's called the Geography Trilogy. It investigates the collision of cultures, and in it, he searched for personal and artistic identity. And this is part of that Geography Trilogy. The first part of the Geology Trilogy was begun in Africa, I believe in Cote d'Ivoire and Guinea, which are two countries in West Africa. And they are part of journals he wrote giving insight into the life of an American, African, brown, black, blue, black male artist. So he connected with his heritage during the first part of this geography trilogy, and this is one of the images he produced. Not New Guinea, Guinea, which is a West African country, Guinea, and Cote d'Ivoire, which is the Ivory Coast in English. They're very childlike drawings. They remind me of people that we've spoken of before, Jean-Michel Basquiat, a little bit of Romare Bearden, perhaps. This is part of the same trilogy. I like them. I'm attracted to them. The second part of the trilogy is called Geography, Art, Race, Exile. It correlates more to dance. And and then there's another part to that called Geography and Tree, Belief, Culture, Balance. And the third part is called Come Home, Charlie Patton, which is about returning to the United States and is a result of physicality, emotional conflicts, spiritual connections, and specifically cultural contradictions that lead to the numerous collaborations and experiences he gained.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a terrible photo, but there's certainly a lot going on in this. It reminds me of quilt making. Remember the quilt maker we looked at, Amina Brenda Lynn Robinson? We looked at her work last year during Women's History Month in March of last year. It's very much like her work, although she employed fabric. This is collage and paint in Ralph Lemon's image, but there are people, there are plant-like forms, and it's pieced together like a quilt. I like this one. So this is a quote. Much of Lemon's success is attributed to his unique ability to express dramatic and emotional content through movement using new art forms. Oh dear, something has happened to my slideshow.
Exit out in the corner.
Yeah, I'm trying to escape because, but it's not letting me advance. Any options, Lindsay? Yeah, no, I don't have access. Here we go. Okay. Nope, I just advanced. So Ralph Lemon is currently the artistic director of Cross Performance Inc. in New York. I like the composition in this one. I believe that's a self-portrait. The red-headed face on the left is Malcolm X. Hi, Dan, welcome. There is some religious symbolism and imagery in his work as well. Remember, he grew up in a deeply religious environment. There are many videos of him being interviewed. I considered showing a video of him, but I didn't think it would help us understand his work today. But you guys feel free to watch when you can. So does anybody recognize the man in the boxer trunks with the wild hair in this painting? We have talked about him in this art class.
Basquiat.
Thank you. Who is that, Susan? Yeah, that is Jean-Michel Basquiat. Remember, he and Andy Warhol stood side by side. They did a playful portrait of themselves boxing each other when they were working together, collaborating together. I think the woman in the spotted tights is Grace Jones. I could be wrong, but these are all portraits of people. The big boxer is Muhammad Ali, and I'm not sure who the woman is with the white boxing gloves. Anybody hazard a guess? No, I think it's somebody famous. It could be Jemison from the Alvin Ailey Company. Jay Jemison? Yes. You have a great memory. Judith Jemison. Judith Jemison. Wow, lucky you. Ibu met her once. Yeah, she's no longer with us. I think she passed away.
The studio used to be right next door to the art studio.
Wow. John, you've had quite the life.
And then they bought a new space.
Well, I like the portrayal of these famous people. I like the way Jemison replaces Muhammad Ali's leg. It's a really interesting composition. So these are all his heroes, I'm guessing. Interesting commentary. This could be about capitalism and slavery and colonialism. Again, my guess. It also has a quilt feeling to it. That could be Harriet Tubman. It does look a lot like photographic portraits of Tubman that I've seen.
Liz, I like the way that the total composition has a picture within the picture.
Right, and how his work tells a story. All of his pictures have a narrative to them.
And he balances off chair on the left to the rug on the
Yes. There's a lot of that deep royal blue and purple in this image. The young white girl definitely makes a statement in this picture. She tends to dominate, right?
What?
She's very stark and white against all that color.
I just noticed that figure.
Yes, on the mule. Well, if you're referring to the figure in the lower left-hand corner, this is
No, next one.
on a donkey or a mule.
Not the one on the horse. The one on the
Oh, you're
floor.
right. Here, there's a head. Yeah, it's very pixelated, isn't it?
And the apron and maybe a
Yes.
eye.
Yep. And I think it's a woman. There's appears to be a bun on the back of the head. Good eye. I didn't see that at all. All right. Even looking at the clear image on my laptop, I didn't see that till now. All right, I'm going to go through these a little quicker now. I don't have too much more biographical information about him. He has, like I said, won a lot of prizes: the Hugo Bass Award, the Heinz Award in the Arts and Humanities, the Francis J. Greenberger Award for artists whom the art world knows to be of extraordinary merit, but who have not been fully recognized by the public. Again, wonderful color. The quilt or tile construction of this piece. Stenciling and collage work in this as well.
I can't make out the script.
I can't either. It's a lot of letters, but they don't make a whole lot of sense to me. It says future at the top, a future, and everything else looks jumbled to me. The word at the bottom says veil. Pierce. I don't know where that rebound came from. Not here in the library, so sorry, everyone. Another one of his very intricate story pictures. All right, and that's the last one. So today, any other comments or thoughts about Ralph Lemon? Oops, I forgot to stop the share. Oh well, we're good. Everyone at home, you can see me? Good. No thoughts or comments or questions? There was a lot going on in his work. I know it was probably difficult to appreciate or grasp. I do invite you to look for videos of his performances and the interviews that he's given. They may give you more clarity and understanding about his work. And there are many of them. You just Google his name, Ralph Lemon, and you will find lots more information. Today, I'm inviting folks to think about quilt making, think about tile work, and create a mixed media piece about geometric shapes and or an image that tells a story. Those of you who are here, I brought in acrylic paint, Elmer's glue, glue sticks, scissors, magazines, colored paper, and white background paper. So you have a lot to work with and work on. It's extremely cold today. You could do a story about what it feels like to be stuck in this extremely cold weather, or the reverse. You could do something about the last time you were in a beautiful tropical location if you've been lucky enough to do that. So, any question? This is an opportunity to just let your creative juices flow. And there should be enough scissors today, but if there are not, for those of you who are here, feel free to tear. Go ahead and tear. And a note about collage, I have said this before, and those of you who are new to this class, when you look through magazines, try and look at the images in the magazines for their color, their texture, and their shape, rather than for what they are. So, for example, if you choose a picture of a person, perhaps choose it for the color of their hair or the texture of the pattern on their clothing, as opposed to choosing it because you like the way the person's face looks or because it is a person. Everyone understand that? So when you look at a magazine photo, choose it because of its visual elements, for its shape, its line, its color, its texture, its size, and how it will work together in the larger composition. Think about how Lemon used those tiny geometric shapes for the background, and how can you superimpose other shapes on top of the more mosaic-like background. Does that help? Okay. We're good to go? Let's go to work. Let's have some fun. I will put an image up. I'm about to do that right now. Thank you for reminding me, Laura. I always need reminders. Susan, how are you feeling? Had your operation yesterday, no?
No, my last visit, everything's good with both my eyes.
Okay, good.
Yes, that was just the end of all the surgeries, just a visit.
It's a checkup. Okay, good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yay.
Eileen, if you want to come look at the doll snail, come look. Anyone else who wants to see the dolls? There's a line back there to get supplies, so now would be a good time. I take this down. Where is it?
Wow, hey,
They're not, are they American Girl dolls? They kind of look like.
Oh, that's, yeah. That's heritage, yeah, heritage.
Yes, heritage.
Yeah, I have a lot of, I sold a lot when my mom passed away. Oh, they have the music boxes. They're very popular with music boxes. Yeah, I had a huge dog collection. I sold like $100 when my mom passed away last year, so because I had no space.
That's the name of the company that makes them?
Heritage, yeah. It's a small world. That's what it's playing. Yeah.
Look at the hair. It's crazy. Repurposed.
Well, the name should be on the
The
back of the,
owner may not be that. Yeah, there's usually somewhere that
or on the
identifies.
clothing. Usually on the back of the neck. Sometimes there's just markings. Yeah, I really got into it. I used to collect till I had no room. That's not another. No.
I really like the stain on it.
Yeah. Are these American? He's got a little hat.
That's for the baby.
Yeah. And it's very rare to find a boy doll. Oh, it's a boy? Yeah, that's a boy. Because of the hat.
Not to
No,
stereotype, but it's
I'm a
in
big
blue.
doll lover.
You
That's
look-
so there's not very many boy dolls. Yeah.
The cute pouty face.
You're so cute and beautiful. You like dolls?
Love dogs.
Prince dolls. This is handmade. Handmade?
No. No. It's a teddy bear. The teddy bear goes with the girl.
I like the boy. I like this one.
Yeah, you look so real, right?
So cute. What's he gonna do with that?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, bring the class.
I got the head.
Oh, thank you. Lena, they're very sweet. Thank you. Now I may repurpose them for my own art.
I was thinking about that. Okay.
Wonderful. It is literally cold. It's not cold inside. No, it's lovely. Tomorrow it's gonna warm up.
Yeah.
The dogs are very. Big difference.
Right? Like 20 degrees plus.
You walked all the way?
all have incredible stories. I am the usually. You've done it before, you do it again. It's not thing, but it's colors, shapes, lines, texture, understanding.
story kind of emerges on its own. Your starting point is color, shape, line. Let the story emerge on its own. Start with color, line, shape, texture. Think less about pictures from magazines telling your story. Think more about the basic elements of art. Everyone at home, good? Everybody. Without health insurance. I would say, oh, okay, Lindsay is correct. So that one is good. There are a lot of other things. There's something over on the side. Oh. Yeah, sometimes family tolls. Yeah, with the ice. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, they aren't. They're also. I got one. Wow, yeah, okay. Okay. Good, we're working hard, folks at home, good. Plenty of time. Almost a full half hour left. What's wrong with you, Paul? Now time is becoming more of an issue, so I get to that. Even if you want to share today, you can show work in progress. Here.
I'll always look at you. Okay. I'll see you then. Yeah, and you're happy. That's John. Yeah. Okay, good. There's no taking. My parents lived in Florida. I spent a lot of time in Florida. I know. And a lot of time in Disney. Yeah. Yeah. Cold. Yeah. Everything is shut down.
We got snow day when it was 45 degrees out. You were afraid of it?
No. Oh. Okay, this is the highway. Thank you. Yes.
Keeping like pieces like this? Maybe you can put it back there. I always think of it. I'm a decision. I'm not that. We have 3 minutes to clean up, everyone. Sorry. Yeah, the magazine. It'll be more. This is what she does. John, are you?
Yes.
Kind of challenging, actually.
Lots is very, very, very.
Every month I have to leave, well, not, just in case I want to. Sorry, folks, it's time to clean up, and then we're gonna go out and share on the big screen. We have time left, we will share, but this is a messy project, so I'd like to clean up first. So it's too distracting to try and clean up and share at the same time.
This, a messy project, and I just.
Well, you're lucky we have a tape. Start cleaning, thank you, John. Christy, sorry, honey, we have to stop. Stop.
I've been to Howard, I just finished.
Well, we have to clean up before we share.
Wow.
We're cleaning up now. Time to stop. It's cleanup time. Yeah, we gotta stop. Yeah, sorry. We have this.
Very colorful.
All right, everybody, we're almost cleaned up. I'm gonna stop the share. All right, while we are sharing, I'm gonna ask folks to please stop talking. James, maybe you could take your call out in the hall. Susie and Esty, maybe your conversation you could take out in the hall. But while we are sharing, only the person who is sharing should be talking. So if everyone could give the speaker your attention now, please. All right, so Robin, you're first in my queue. Do you want to share?
Hi, I'll share. I'm just at the beginning of something. I loved that.
Give me 1 minute, Robin. Could everybody look at the screen, please? Robin is sharing.
Can you see it?
Yeah, move it. Excellent. Okay. Wow.
It looks like a lion in a cage.
It does indeed.
It looks like a what?
A lion in a cage.
Oh, how fantastic. Thank you. Anyway, it's the beginning. And because the artist today does collage and paint. Of course, I love to do collage, so I started with the collage part and now I'm painting, but I don't know what will happen. We'll have to see.
Well,
So the red figure, is it an animal?
it looks
No,
like-
actually, it's mountains, but then I didn't want to paint them as mountains, so I started filling in more of the drawing that I did behind. So I don't know what will happen.
Now that you've said it's mountains, I can't get that out of my mind.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you see, there's a lot of drawing in the back.
Yes.
With the ink
Wonderful.
and then, I don't know, we'll see. But I like the idea that somebody sees a lion in there. That's great.
It does very lioness shape to it. Oh, and by the way, on PBS tonight, Nature, which has the most beautiful photography ever. Channel 13 tonight, I believe it's either 8 or 9 o'clock. The program Nature is all about the big cats. So lions, tigers, leopards, everything.
This
So,
is what you just said.
yes, thank you.
What I do, she mentioned nature, is I take my camera and I photograph the TV.
Good for you.
So that way I have an image. So if you see the nature and you see it's just, so you photograph the TV and then you can use that to create.
Superb. It is a wonderful TV show. All right, Susan. Thank you, Robin, for sharing. Can't wait to see the finished product. Please do, as always, send me a JPEG. All right,
Okay.
Susan. Oh, there's Ruth. Oh, this is your favorite famous
Ruth and
women.
Frida.
All right, Frida Kahlo, my
It's-
favorite artist of all time, and Ruth Bader, champion.
Ginsburg.
Right, fab.
Yeah, it's not finished yet.
All right. A lot of shapes and colors, textures. I do like the black background.
Yeah.
Again, please send a JPEG when it's done. Are you going to use any paint or other material?
I'm gonna use some markers, one of my paint markers,
Okay, cool.
like graffiti-ish a little bit.
Oh, okay. With actual words or lines or?
No, maybe just design. Maybe a word. I'm pretty angry.
Right. Well, I want to see. I wanna
Okay.
see you would have liked yesterday's Nick Cave class because it was, yeah,
Yeah,
emotions.
sound suits.
Thank you, Susan. Awesome. All
Thanks.
right, folks here. Oh, Lisa wanted to share and now they've left. That's why she was so anxious to share. Too bad. Folks here, I'm going to spotlight our room now. And Alina, you would be first. Do you want to share what? That's, remember what I always say, sharing work in progress is a great way to get ideas and advice for Alina's getting her picture ready. Here she comes. Watch the wires, please, Alina.
Hello, everybody.
It's hard to see, but the colors are so lovely.
I like bright colors, joyful, nature colors. So I found a beautiful window here. And I was trying to build all the seasons around it. There's a little bit of snow here. This represents fall,
I like-
summer.
Oh, so I thought you were done. I like how the composition leads everything into the middle, Alina. The way you've drawn our eye into the middle is wonderful. And I know you're going to work more on the background.
Mhm.
Can you share with me what you learned?
What I
Do you
learned.
remember what you said about the background and
Should be darker. Be
that perhaps you should have done it first?
okay.
So it's a good thing to think about your background as your starting point because it's always harder to add the background once you've glued the smaller shapes down.
Okay, so keep that in
Because you
mind.
did share with me, that was the very last thing you said to me was that you worked around the edges and now it's going to be difficult to figure out what to put in the middle. But Alina could now use other media in the white areas. She could use paint, she could use colored pencils.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a marble here, and I was trying to create the tracks that goes behind the
Aha.
window and come on the other
So like
side.
a pathway.
And the ball, but I found a couple of jewelries like rings, and I would try to put them. I'm gonna try to put them on a path. Um, and this is like the end, like where the usually the marbles get collected, but this is a pool. So in real life, is a wood cup.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And I like how Alina, her story came kind of after she worked with the colors and shapes. Looks like Daniel, you might be next. John, I'm assuming, John, you don't want to share because you just put your artwork away.
Mine is also unfinished.
Okay, so Daniel's working with silhouette. Amazing cutout job. And I like how you use print.
Yeah,
That's great.
I call this piece saving the real princess.
Creating real prints. Like all the spiky shapes. Stem. Because it's square. It's spiky.
That's great.
It really is terrific. Love the movement and those stripes on the figures. Beautiful.
And it looks like a small body. Looks very firm, very strong.
Yes. In fact, she doesn't look like she needs saving. It's great interaction too between the two figures. I like the negative shapes are wonderful. Thank you, Daniel. Well done. James, did you bring something to share? No? All right. I forgot your name. Joy. All right, Joy. You're lucky I remember my name today. This is like your fourth or fifth contest. Joy has created this incredibly wonderful collage.
I started with a circle of hands. It's got little pieces, so really I need tweezers to quick to kind of manipulate the pieces on
It's
top
beautiful.
of the landscape.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Hmm.
movement. Are you a dancer?
Love that. Love it.
Thank you.
Really nice movement. Is it finished? No, it's not finished. Okay. Yeah. If you like, bring the finished work next class, because I'd like to see how it evolves. Okay. Really nice use of color in it. Esty?
Oh, wow.
Started yesterday when we were looking at Nick Cave, who was a similar artist to Ralph.
That is fabulous.
Fantastic.
Really.
You led.
Oh, it's so cool.
Thank you, Esty, and here comes Heather.
Yesterday's artist.
All right, look at this cool piece.
Wow. Wow. That is terrific.
regional inspiration. And Heather was lucky enough to see the Nick Cave exhibit at the Guggenheim.
Mm.
And love it. A lot of layers in that piece. Great texture as always in that work. This year, she had this. It is a work in progress, definitely going with the quilts theme of this work. Paint and collage both wonderful.
Oh, beautiful.
And texture. Well done. I like, Chrissy, the way you vary the size and shape of the geometric shapes.
I love the spaceship.
In the composition. What was that, Susan? You love what?
The spaceship.
The spaceship. Very cool. Christy, I want to see it when it's done. You're okay. You don't have to share every week. That's all right. Eileen, you in the mood to share? Oh, you're okay. Yako.
I don't know. I'm not the good.
Wait, every artist has good days and bad days. And it's helpful to show the less successful work too, because you can get ideas and advice. So if you have some ideas to give Yako, what don't you like about this, Yako?
I think this part, I thought first that my idea about, but then turns out, doesn't match to this. So, yeah. But because of these days, all the wildfire and war, something like that, going to be, gone. So that's my idea.
Wow.
So my suggestion is keep working on it. I feel like you need maybe something over here. And you've got a lot of stuff going on. Sometimes you need more. Sometimes if you keep working and do a whole nother layer of stuff, it may start pulling together. All right? You're welcome. So don't give up on it. Another tip, if you don't like something, you can put it away. Put it away for a while, then pull it back out and look at it with fresh new eyes and try again. Judy. You're not finished. You're going to get ideas from folks. We're going to Judy. So yours is figurative.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Is it a particular person or it's just a woman? Just a woman. Love her. Love that her eyes are hidden. Very mysterious. Diane. Diane says a story.
Yes, it's always a beautiful crack of dawn when the family is on their way down to Florida by car. But of course, thank you. Once you hit the highway and you get to Florida, the rainstorms start. But there's hope because there's pink palm trees and tropical winds. And of course, the game plan is get to Disney for the whole family. But never a dull moment on your traveling with rainstorms and thunderstorms.
Bravo.
Thank you. Very enjoyable.
Bravo. And Tamara.
4 o'clock. Yeah. 4 o'clock.
Let her finish. And your picture holds together, Diane. It's great. Maybe back up a little bit tomorrow so people can see the whole thing. Is your
Fantastic.
finished? So you're going to work more on the white area, right? Tomorrow is definitely using paint and collage both. And I'm loving it. All right, everybody. Great job today. This was a difficult assignment, so bravo, everyone. And I encourage you to look at more of Ralph Lemon's work. Look for those interviews. Maybe you can make more of a connection with him by looking at his interviews. He really is a very interesting man, and he has a lot to say. So I do encourage you to look into it further. All right, take care. And
Thank you.
see you all next week. Art on. Thank you for coming.